The modern world operates on a delicate balance, a precarious equilibrium maintained by intricate networks of supply chains, infrastructure, and institutions. As the chief logistics officer of the home, you see the fragility of this system, the thin margin of error that separates order from chaos. You understand that systemic disruptions, whether natural disasters, economic crises, or geopolitical conflicts, are not mere possibilities but statistical certainties. Your preparation is not born out of fear but from a rational assessment of risk, much like an engineer calculating the load-bearing capacity of a bridge. This mindset is echoed in the psychological concept of probabilistic thinking, where decisions are made based on the likelihood of different outcomes, not just desired ones. It's not about predicting the exact nature of the next crisis but acknowledging that disruption is inevitable. You see the cracks in the system, the single points of failure, and you act accordingly. This awareness is not paranoia but a heightened sensitivity to systemic vulnerabilities, a trait shared by effective risk managers and disaster response planners. In the quiet moments, when others are lulled into a false sense of security by the humdrum of daily life, you are mentally mapping out scenarios, evaluating contingencies. You know that the supermarket's shelves are restocked daily, but you also know that a single trucker strike or fuel shortage can empty them in hours. This is not pessimism but a practical understanding of just-in-time inventory systems and their inherent fragility. You recall the 2021 Suez Canal blockage, where a single grounded ship disrupted global trade for weeks. You don't just see a can of beans, you see a complex supply chain stretching back to the farmer's field. This is a form of system thinking, where you perceive the interconnectedness of elements and understand that small changes can have large, ripple effects. Your home is a microcosm of this world, a self-contained ecosystem where you have some control. You stockpile not out of greed but out of a desire for resilience, like a wise squirrel gathering nuts for winter. You know that water purification tablets, a simple and inexpensive item, can be a lifesaver during a boil water advisory. You rotate your food supplies, ensuring nothing goes to waste, practicing a form of just-in-case inventory management. You have backup power solutions, not for comfort, but for critical needs like medical devices or communication. You have manual tools, knowing that electronics can fail. This is not hoarding but a rational response to risk, a concept known as preparatory behavior in psychology, where individuals take proactive steps to mitigate potential threats. Your preparedness extends beyond physical supplies. You have cultivated skills, from basic first aid to gardening, from carpentry to navigation. You understand that knowledge is a crucial resource, one that cannot be stockpiled but must be cultivated and maintained. You have plans, written down and practiced, knowing that in a crisis, people often forget even the simplest tasks under stress. You have considered evacuation routes, meeting points, and communication strategies. This is not obsessive planning but a practical application of scenario planning, a strategic planning method used by businesses and governments to make flexible long-term plans. You have also fostered a network of like-minded individuals, understanding that community is a vital resource in times of crisis. This is not isolationism but a recognition of the strength of social bonds, a concept known as collective efficacy in psychology, where communities come together to solve problems and support each other. Your preparation is not a sign of madness but of sanity, a rational response to an irrational world. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, the prepper stands apart, embodying a unique philosophy of advanced adulting. This isn't about doom and gloom, it's about making savvy, long-term decisions while others are caught on the hedonic treadmill, constantly chasing the next high. The hedonic treadmill, a concept from positive psychology, describes the way people return to their baseline level of happiness despite positive or negative events. Preppers, however, have stepped off this treadmill, choosing instead to invest in tangible, lasting security. Consider the prepper's pantry, stocked with non-perishable goods. To an outsider, it might seem excessive. But to the prepper, it's a form of life insurance you can actually eat. It's a physical manifestation of self-determination theory, a psychological framework that emphasizes the importance of autonomy, competence, and relatedness. By securing their food supply, preppers are exercising control over their lives, demonstrating competence in crisis management, and fostering a sense of community and relatedness with their loved ones. Meanwhile, others are busy spending their surplus on fleeting luxuries, like expensive dinners that leave them no better off tomorrow. This advanced level of adulting isn't just about physical sustenance. It's also a display of long-term financial responsibility. While others are busy keeping up with the Joneses, preppers are investing in low-cost, high-impact solutions. They're prioritizing needs over wants, understanding that a full stomach and a roof over their head are far more valuable than the latest gadget or designer handbag. It's a rational defense mechanism, a way of conserving resources for when they're truly needed. After all, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, luxury is the enemy of self-sufficiency. Moreover, this mindset extends beyond mere survival. It's about thriving in any situation. Preppers are often skilled in areas like gardening, foraging, and basic medical care. They're not just preparing for the worst, they're equipping themselves to live more self-sufficiently in the best of times too. This holistic approach to life is a testament to their superior level of responsibility and foresight. It's not about fear, it's about empowerment. It's not about deprivation, it's about liberation from the shackles of modern consumerism. And it's this unique perspective that sets preppers apart, making them the ultimate advanced adults. Redundancy, in a psychological context, can be seen as a form of preparedness that fosters a sense of control and security. This concept aligns with the theory of self-determination, which posits that humans have three innate psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. For those who prepare for potential disasters, redundancy serves these needs. They feel autonomous because they have taken steps to ensure their own safety. They feel competent because they have acquired skills and resources that others may not have. And they feel relatedness because they often share their knowledge and resources with others, fostering a sense of community. Consider Sarah, a woman who lives in an area prone to hurricanes. She keeps her car's gas tank full, has a stocked pantry, and knows how to shut off her home's utilities. When a storm rolls in, she doesn't panic. She checks her supplies, ensures her family is safe, and waits out the weather. Meanwhile, her neighbor, who hasn't taken these precautions, is frantically searching for supplies or trying to evacuate at the last minute. Sarah's redundancy has given her peace of mind. She's not living in fear, she's living with a plan. This is not about catastrophizing but about rational preparedness. It's like having a spare tire in your car. You don't expect a flat tire, but you're not caught off guard if one occurs. This peace of mind is also rooted in the psychological concept of anticipatory pleasure, which is the enjoyment derived from looking forward to future events. For Sarah, the pleasure comes from knowing that she's ready for whatever comes her way. She sleeps soundly because she's not kept awake by the what-ifs that plague her less prepared neighbors. This doesn't mean she's oblivious to potential dangers. Rather, she's acknowledged them and taken steps to mitigate them. It's a proactive approach that can be seen as a form of mental accounting, where she's allocated her time, energy, and resources to ensure her family's safety. This mental accounting reduces anxiety and increases a sense of well-being. It's not about living in fear, it's about living with foresight. Moreover, this preparedness can foster a sense of resilience, which is the ability to bounce back from or adjust to challenging circumstances. Resilience is not about avoiding stress but about managing it effectively. By having redundancies in place, Sarah has built a buffer against stress. She's not just reacting to events, she's proactively managing them. This is akin to the concept of emotional regulation, where individuals use strategies to manage their emotions and responses to stress. Sarah's redundancies are a form of emotional regulation. They allow her to remain calm and collected in the face of adversity. This resilience can spill over into other areas of her life, making her better equipped to handle everyday stressors as well. It's not about living in fear, it's about living with confidence and competence. The community anchor stands tall amidst the chaos, a beacon of calm and preparedness. They are the prepper, the individual who has diligently readied themselves and their resources for any crisis. While others are engulfed in panic, the community anchor remains steadfast, their mind clear and focused. This is not mere luck or coincidence, it's a result of their mindset, shaped by a psychological phenomenon known as sensory processing sensitivity. Coined by psychologist Elaine Aron, this trait describes individuals who process information deeply and with great awareness. They are not overwhelmed by the crisis, they absorb it, analyze it, and respond to it with a calmness that is almost otherworldly. Their preparedness is not about fear, it's about understanding and accepting the reality of uncertainty. In the midst of a crisis, most people are consumed by their own fears and needs. They are victims of their circumstances, paralyzed by the sudden shift in their reality. But the community anchor is different. They are not a victim, they are a participant. This is due to what psychologist Martin Seligman calls learned optimism. The community anchor has cultivated a sense of control and resilience through their preparations. They have trained themselves to see challenges as opportunities, not threats. This mindset allows them to step into the role of helper, of leader, when others are still trying to process what's happening. They are the ones who can think clearly, make decisions, and take action. They are the ones who can help others. The community anchor's ability to help others in a crisis is not just about having supplies or knowledge. It's about their emotional resilience, their ability to stay calm and focused under pressure. This resilience is a result of what psychologist Carl White calls sense-making. The community anchor is constantly scanning their environment, making sense of the information they receive, and creating a coherent understanding of the situation. This understanding allows them to act effectively, to provide comfort and guidance to others. They are not just survivors, they are leaders. They are the community anchor, the steady hand that guides others through the storm. Their preparedness is not just about themselves, it's about their community. It's about being ready to help others when they need it most. In a world that often dismisses caution as paranoia, those who prepare for the worst are frequently misunderstood. They are the ones who instinctively check the exits in a crowded restaurant, the ones who keep a stash of emergency supplies, the ones who think twice before blindly following the masses. This behavior isn't driven by irrational fear, but rather by a heightened sense of awareness, a concept psychologists refer to as hypervigilance. It's a defense mechanism, a way of ensuring safety in an unpredictable world. It's not that they see danger where there is none, they see potential dangers that others overlook, and they prepare for them. This is not paranoia, but pragmatism. It's the same instinct that makes us look before we leap, or think before we speak. It's the voice of reason in a world that often rushes headlong into chaos. They are often labeled as pessimists, but they are not defined by hopelessness. Instead, they are characterized by a realistic view of the world, a perspective known as defensive pessimism. This isn't about expecting the worst, it's about preparing for it. It's about acknowledging that bad things happen, and being ready when they do. They are the ones who have a backup plan, who have thought ahead, who have considered the consequences. They are not afraid of the future, they respect it. They understand that the world is complex and unpredictable, and that the best way to deal with uncertainty is not to ignore it, but to face it head-on. This grounding in reality makes them some of the most resilient people in society. They don't operate on blind faith or false hope, they operate on preparation and awareness. They are like the Stoic philosophers of old, who believed in preparing for the worst to appreciate the best. They understand that life is not a guarantee, and that the only way to truly live is to be prepared for anything. They are the ones who will thrive when others panic. They are the ones who will have a plan when others are lost. They are the ones who will lead when others follow. They are not paranoid. They are prepared. And in a society that has forgotten how to take care of itself, that makes them the most grounded people of all. As we've seen, those who prepare for the apocalypse aren't just stockpiling supplies, they're cultivating resilience. Their perceived paranoia is a form of hyper-empowerment, a psychological strategy to regain control in an unpredictable world. It's not about fear, it's about fostering anti-fragility, a concept popularized by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, where they thrive in the face of chaos. Imagine a prepper, not as someone hiding in a bunker, but as a lighthouse keeper, steadfast and vigilant, guiding others through stormy seas. Their preparedness isn't a sign of madness, but a testament to their adaptability and resourcefulness. You might be thinking, how can first cultivate this resilience in my own life? Start small. Prepare for a power outage, learn a new survival skill, or simply cultivate a mindset of readiness. Remember, it's not about living in fear, but about embracing a proactive approach to life's uncertainties. In our next video, we'll delve deeper into the psychology of resilience. We'll explore how embracing uncertainty can lead to personal growth and even joy. So, keep your eyes peeled and your mind open. After all, as the ancient Stoics believed, it's not what happens to us, but how we react to it that matters. Until next time, stay prepared, stay resilient, and keep exploring the fascinating world of the human mind.